Today we are installing spoon calipers on my EK. And I still, oh wow, the car keeps dying on me. This is not good. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today is an absolutely mind-boggling day for myself. Today we are installing spoon calipers on my EK. Before we get any further into this video, I just want to let you guys know that Street Legacy, which is my brand, and myself are going to be at the DXN show on June 15th. I will put all the info right here and down below. Make sure to come see us. We're gonna have new merch. That is going to be my first ever show where I'll have a booth with merch and all that type of stuff. We'll be changing the color of the car and I'll be unveiling it at the DXN show. Make sure to check us out at the booth, grab some merch. Let's get into today's video. It's going to be a wild one. In today's video, we're going to be installing all this lovely stuff. We have the spoon twin block calipers that we are putting on the EK. Here are the spoon calipers. They are absolutely gorgeous. Check them out with kind of the color of this car. It looks so freaking good. We have Chase Bays brake lines. These things are super nice, black and sleek. I was gonna do Stop Tech, but these kind of give me spoon vibes, so I went with these guys. Brake fluid, we are using the RBF 600. Brake pads are the DC2 Type R pads that we have to modify. And then the brake rotor is a Mini Cooper rotor. I believe it's 282 mil or 262 mil. I'll put it up on the screen right here. I can't remember top of my head right now. All of this was purchased at Garage 16 where I work, and I can't thank Garage 16 enough for helping me out and hooking me up with such amazing parts. If you guys do want to get a discount code there, use Lowpes 5. I'll put it right here to save some money. Previously, I did have some tilt hubs, which I ended up switching out to an EG hub, as you guys can see. We did brand new axle nuts. This is the brake rotors. They are slotted and coated. The black on the rotor will definitely go away once I start braking. Since I put new hubs in, I decided to go with a new lower ball joint, and I went with the K-Tune Roll Center lower ball joints. They are extended for lower cars, so that was something I ended up doing. This spindle itself is off an EG, and pretty much what I did is I wire wheeled it all down, and I used some caliper paint to paint it black, just so it looks a little better. Through winter, I'll take it apart, get it powder coated, but for now, this is a nice temporary solution since I'm on a bit of a time crunch to get the car done for the show. Everything else was reused because everything seemed pretty good. Axles look good. We have no grease coming out from anywhere. I do have to torque these afterwards, but aside from that, the spindles are ready to go. Just so you guys know, the base model EK spindles will not work. And that's what I had on the car. I had low life project spindles that are up for sale. If you guys are interested, let me know. They're pretty much cut, welded, and finished. So very cool. I went with the EG hubs because that's what I found short notice, but they work absolutely fine. They bolt up, everything works. If you have a EX or an SI, this does work also. It's just the base model EKs that it won't work. So I test fitted everything before making this video and it did not work. Pretty much what ends up happening is the caliper sits too close to the center of the hub and you can't get your wheel on. The big question for today is, will the Volk T37Vs 15x8+0 clear the spoon calipers? That is what I think I am most nervous about, but let's find out. Wish me luck, let's get this, and hopefully everything works out. As you guys can see, I have the rotor on here with the lug nuts kind of holding it flush right now. Now what we're gonna do is basically fish this through here. I'm gonna start with the top one, which gets a little tricky. Fish this through here and kind of leave it there. And then we are going to put the spoon caliper on. Just know the bleeder side does go up. So there are left and rights for this, just so you guys know. Let's see, am I gonna get lucky on camera? So we got the top bolt in. We are going to leave it a little loose before installing the secondary bolt. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, even the bolts and washers they provide are really nice. I don't know if I'm just a spoon fanboy, but like everything just seems like high quality with this. And there we go. So both of these are on, and I'm just gonna hand tighten everything now. We're gonna have to take these guys out to slide the brake pads in. We do have to modify the brake pads a little bit to make this setup work, and I'm just tightening these guys up. I'm smiling like a lot because this is crazy. and I don't know how I got here in life, but I'm very happy to everyone and everything that's ever happened to me, good and bad, because I know to some of you guys this is just like, you know, maybe a basic thing, but for someone like me that grew up decently poor, it's wild to know that, you know, crazy things can happen like this and your luck can be good instead of bad, and you can end up with a $100 EK where you can afford to do spoon calipers, Recaro seats. It came with Volk T37s, which I really want to make work with this setup. That kind of might be a little nerve-wracking because of how much camber I was running beforehand, but I think with the spacer you might be able to make it work, maybe. But the long story short, never give up, keep pushing, boys. This is from a small YouTuber to you guys, anything is possible. I know I don't have the following a lot of people do, but I work hard every day and I am blessed to be where I'm at, and I just want to thank you guys again. I think I did this in the last video and I want to thank you guys again. Wild things, Jesus Christ. So now that that is mounted up, we got to look at our brake situation. So these are Type R brake pads from the DC2, and this back pad works absolutely perfect, but the front pad needs a little bit of modifying. This is like a safety pin. I've broken that off already, and what we're gonna have to do is grind these little stubs down just so it can sit absolutely flush. That is the only downfall with going this route. It is definitely a way cheaper route than going the spoon brake pads, and these are StopTech sport pads. Fantastic pads for daily driving and a little bit of spirited driving, but we're gonna have to grind this down. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. I will be first to admit that I am not the greatest with the grinder, but we shaved it off and it's decently smooth, and I think we'll be okay. I kind of tried smoothing it out just so it'd have a even contact surface, but it did the job. And let me do the other side, and we're going to slide these guys in and test out how everything is sitting. And then afterwards we're going to do the brake lines, brake fluid, and then go for a drive, if my fitment permits. Back pad is here. Usually I like to put a little bit of grease on this, but we're just gonna put a dry right now. And then we are going to put the front pad in. So now we're gonna reinstall it. So that goes through first. There we go. Under and over kind of worked best in that scenario. Honestly, this looks so freaking dope, guys, with the black rotors and stuff. I've been in one car with spoon calipers. I'll see if I have the clip and I'll insert it here. All the time. Yo! Yo, I'm dead, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I don't think I've been that scared in a car in a while. And it was one of the best braking cars that I ever sat in, and it was a K20 boosted EG, and I was so impressed with how the car braked. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. And ever since that day, I've always wanted spoon calipers. I knew they looked great, but what I wanted to know is if they actually performed great, right? That is a big thing too. So I'm hand tightening all this. It should be more than fine. My goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. This looks so freaking dope. Check that out. Like I said, I sanded all this kind of down. Eventually I will have a Volk center cap to kind of cover it, but I did want to get a new axle nut. We still have to torque it and hit it in. Welcome back to another day. I know it was the last clip was actually a few days ago. I had some troubles with some stuff. I'm gonna show you guys, and yeah, come check it out. This side is pretty much all done. We've bled it, and I'm going to bleed just one more time to make sure we have no air in the lines. The way you have to do, you have to bleed the front first, then the rear afterwards. You want to bleed the passenger side before the driver's side. You always want to go the furthest away from the master cylinder. If this runs dry, you'll have to bleed all 4 brakes, but because I've been topping this up with the mold tool, I won't have to do that. Let's bleed this side one more time. I did bleed the other side. I'm going to show you the manual bleeder I used with from Amazon, and I'll link that down below also, but let's do this side and I'll show you guys what's up. If you guys are wondering, this is a kit that I got from Amazon. Different fittings on there. Came with all this. You choose basically the best fitting. As you guys can see, they're a little loose now. That fits for your calipers application. But 30 bucks, greatest 30 bucks I think I've spent on Amazon in a while. It's nice to be able to bleed the system of the EK without asking someone, you know, to pump the brakes and whatnot. We'll definitely have to test the brakes in this video, make sure they are good. Usually what you want to do is pump 10 to 15 times and wait until all the air bubbles are out and you can see a solid streamline of brake fluid. You have to keep an eye on the master. Also, do not let it get dry. We're gonna get our 8 mil and loosen it a bit. Oh yeah, we already have fluid coming out. Tighten that a bit. Maybe a little too loose there. And we're gonna pump this 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let's watch it come out and keep an eye on our master also. And there we go. It is coming down now. And now we're gonna do the back side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you guys can see, or hopefully you guys can see, solid streamline. Oh, we got a little bit of air there. Now we have to mess with fitment, and hopefully we're okay, because I have a feeling this is gonna be the long part of this video, is getting our fitment dialed in with the Volks. Worst case, we have cozies. Worst case, I have the Koenig. So we are backed up for wheels, so we're okay. As you guys can see, the toe is completely off. Check it out. So I am going to do a bit of a measuring tape alignment. I am going to bring the tie rods out to kick them and kind of keep them a little straight. I'm going to need an alignment afterwards, but this is just so I can get these somewhat sitting flush. So when I do drive to get that alignment, I don't absolutely obliterate these tires. So let's give that a shot and see how it goes. I got the toe looking much, much better. These wheels are still sticking out a hell of a ton, and that worries me a bunch because I don't have those spindles anymore that camber it in as much. I know there is still some camber, but I don't know if I have enough to clear, so that's worrisome for me. But check the toe on this side. Basically what I ended up doing is doing a self-alignment and pushing the toe about a ½ inch, and it made the world of a difference. The steering wheel is straight, and check that out. Way better, and so much easier than I thought it was. What we're going to do is we are going to basically take this nut off from the tie rod ends, and what we're going to do is loosen this nut like I just did already, and we're going to extend the arm. I've measured the other side, so I'm going to extend the arm about a ½ inch, and that should correct some of the bad toe on the car. I still will need alignment, but this can get me by, hopefully. My hopes and dreams of running these Volks on these fenders, which are widened already, will not happen without that camber. Oh, I was so excited. I was so excited for the Volks. Well, let's see how the cozies fit on it. Here is the cozy. The cozy K1 does look good on the car, and it does clear the spoon calipers without any spacers or anything. I believe these are 15x7 plus 35 to 40. Can't remember exactly right now, but as you can see, the fitment, as soon as I drop it, should camber in a bit, and then yeah, damn. Yo, this fitment actually works. Holy shit. It actually works. And it looks pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. it clears. Holy shit. Check that out, boys. What do you guys think? So freaking dope. She is done. And as you can see, we have our new wheel setup on for now. This is a temporary wheel setup until I get myself another set of really nice wheels. These are fantastic, but I do want another set of bolts. But these suit the car quite nicely and they're era appropriate. As we can see, I still have not messed with the fitment in the rear. I'm running quite a bit of camber. I still have to fix that. I just want to test out the brakes, make sure they're good. And as of now, they're not leaking or anything, and they seem fantastic. We'll go for a small test drive in my area here before we go on the main roads to make sure everything is good. So let's go. I'm not going to be speeding or anything. Car's still running a little rough, and I still need to figure a few things out. But before that, let's see if this thing actually brakes. Let's see how this thing does. I'm not going to mount you guys up or anything. It definitely feels like the brakes are already braking. But it feels like they're sitting tight on the rotor, if that makes any sense. And wow, the car stalled. It died out on me. And I still... Oh wow, the car keeps dying on me. This is not good. The car keeps dying on me, and I'm not stalling it. It's once it gets to a lower RPM, it dies on me. So I don't know if today's gonna be the day we actually go for the drive, but sounds okay. It's not running the greatest, but like it's not running absolutely horrible either. All right, so not too sure what is going on, but this is not good. I gotta figure this issue out. Definitely, the show is coming up less than a month, and I have to drive it there. All right, guys, well, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do a test drive. That'll be a different episode, so stay tuned. This video is long enough. If you stuck to the end, you are an OG. Hashtag I am an OG down below. Let's see how many of you guys actually stuck to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Peace out. Do it once, do it right. Later.